What has happened is very significant because China so far was refusing to pull back from Depsang and Demchok. The PLA pulled back from Pengongse, where there was friction along Patrol Point 4. Now it seems there is massive disengagement in Depsang and Demchok as well. And this comes just before Prime Minister Modi and Xi Jinping share the same space during the BRICS summit. There is no confirmation of a bilateral, but this could well happen now that the decks have been cleared and the atmospherics are conducive. I want to go across first to Gaurav Sawant, our strategic affairs editor. He joins us from Kazan in Russia, which is where this BRICS summit will take place. Gaurav, this is massive, but just try and explain what this specifically means, because diplomats, in the way they frame their answers, don't really give the full picture. From a military perspective, when they say status quo ante is restored, which means that the PLA is actually going to pull back and that things will be back to where they were before May 2020?
Overall, in the bigger picture, yes. But immediately, right now, if we were to talk about Depsang and Demchok, which China called legacy issues and issues that were not limited only to the summer of 2020 and the standoff that started, from what we've been told, China's agreed that Indian Army can go up to the patrol point, 12, 13, 14, that they were not being given access to. So that Raki Nala, Y Junction, where they were unable to go up to the patrol points. And similarly, the Chinese were unable to come up to the point closer to Budse, that they claim is their claim line. So the Chinese will be able to come up to their claim line and India will be able to go up to our patrol points, and not, of course, up to our claim line. But that's another story. And that's because India put restrictions on ourselves, saying that we will not go up to our claim line. We'll only go up to the patrol points earlier.
So will there still be patrol points where we could go before April 2020, which we still can't access?
Yes, that is what I've been given to believe, that Indian Army will be able to go up to our patrolling points, both at Depsang and at Demchok. Other areas, other friction points, Pengongso, patrol point 15, 17, all of those at Hot Spring and Gogra, those issues were resolved earlier in terms of disengagement. But then there had been a decision that had been taken that neither sides would patrol that area. Rahul, if I may, now one new thing that is coming up is both sides will inform the other when they intend to go for their patrolling, and that is so that there is no accidental meeting of troops or an accidental engagement that takes place amongst young blood. So when the day that the Chinese go up to their patrol points, we will watch. The day we go up to our patrol points, the Chinese will watch. It's trust but verify on ground is what sources are telling India today.
And also in Kazan, so we've discussed the tactical, operational imperatives in terms of what this involves. What does this mean at the larger strategic plane in terms of this being announced just a day before Modi and Xi are at the BRICS summit?
It's a very big day at Kazan. That means because there are three bilaterals which are extremely crucial. One is decided or almost decided. That's between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Russian President Vladimir Putin, a very, very important bilateral. The second, we are told, is with the President of Iran, Masoud Pezeshkian. Again, it becomes very critical given the situation in West Asia. And the third, and the most crucial that everyone's talking about, the big buzz is that Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Chinese President Xi Jinping will not just be sharing the same space at a multilateral level at the BRICS, at the 16th BRICS summit, which is very, very crucial. They may also have a one-on-one, they may also have a bilateral, but that official word is still to be put out till the time it actually happens. Because even if you remember in the past, there were a few niggles that remained, and India wants to be very sure before this meeting takes place, wanted disengagement to be completed and verified before Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Chinese President Xi Jinping, have more than just a handshake. China is very keen for normalization of ties, and Wang Yi, their foreign minister, seem to indicate that. But India wants facts on ground to be verified before they move forward on normalization of ties, is what I've been given to believe, Rahul.
Gaurav Sawant, I won't hold you up for long. You have a lot of work to do. Thank you very much for joining us.